G'day, it's me again. This is the second episode in this series about mental health and my journey to try and recover from a mental health breakdown. And today I was hoping to set up properly again and use my proper camera and setup, but again I could not make that happen today. I've honestly had an awful day. It started last night with such vivid dreams. It seemed like they went all night, and they almost seemed like, just excuse me, I've got one of my cats just jumped up on the bed. The dreams seemed to go all night, and I almost feel like I lived 2 lifetimes when I was asleep, and I lived, feels like I lived 2 lifetimes last night, and when I woke up they were still there, and they were occupying a large space of my mind, which was intrusive, and I was trying to find myself in amongst these other things that happened last night, and it's mentally so draining. It's just not funny. I'm on a lot of medication. I think I mentioned that on my first episode. You'll have to forgive me if I repeat myself, because I just don't remember what I've said, but I'm on a lot of medication. I take pregabalin for peripheral neuropathy. That's not related to mental health, so I take some of that morning and night. But as far as my mental health goes, I take 300 milligrams in the morning of Effexor, which is venlafaxine, and I do take half a blood pressure tablet in the morning. At night my regime is more. I take 150 milligrams of Seroquel, which is quetiapine, and I take 45 milligrams of metazapine, and that's causing a lot of vivid dreaming and some nightmares. And so I've been prescribed 4 milligrams of prazosin, which is a dream suppressant medication, but it hasn't been doing a lot lately. I'm having the dreams very vividly as well, and there's other things going on too, because my quetiapine, I'm on the Seroquel brand now, but I've been on other brands, and they're all similar, but they're not exactly the same, I guess, and changing brands isn't ideal. It's not that one's better than the other or one's worse than the other. It's just whatever you're used to, and it's preferable to not swap your brands if you don't have to. But unfortunately, availability problems mean that I can't take the same brands I was on, so it's really messing my nights up. Today I've been on the bed most of the day. I just can't function. I can't do what I want to do. I think of ideas, but I can't follow them through. It's too much thought. It's too much like steps, too many things, too many steps. I just default to going back to lying on the bed today. But I do have better days than this. This is just not a good one. But yeah, it's hard. I've been employed in the workforce since I left grade 12, and I've been gainfully employed the whole time with very little downtime between jobs, if any, really. And for the last 2.5 years, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't. I have my moments where I can think and do things. Those moments do come, and I do have them. There's no doubt about it. It's just today's not one of them, and I'm sure you'll see some more episodes which you will see for yourself that I'm a lot more lucid and coherent. But after a night like I had, it's too much, So so my official diagnosis anyway is major depression and PTSD. That's the general consensus. If I go back 2 years ago, couldn't go out in public, too much anxiety, too many people, too many things moving, too many voices talking. The outside's too bright. It doesn't look real. Things don't look right. If I'm looking outside, it doesn't look real. It's apparently called derealization. Things just look off. Doesn't look real. It kind of looks like a computer game, not real scenery. And going in public has its challenges because you're trying to keep your eyes on every single person, and your ears are locking onto their conversations, and that's purely exhausting. I think that's the PTSD part of things, where you've had an experience where your mind was at work, where to survive the working day, I had to become hyper vigilant, listening and looking everywhere at all times, around me, behind me, in front of me, just trying to avoid certain people. And that's happened over a 6-month period. So from in the 2020, second half of 2020, and I became so good at scanning and monitoring that when I wanted to shut that down, I couldn't do it. Come home from work, sitting in the backyard on a garden chair with music blaring in my ears, trying to forget about it and trying not to think about it. And this all culminated in my downfall in late February 2021, where I guess it all came to a head. And I think I said last night I was causing injuries to myself and got hospitalised as a result. So where am I today? Well, that's nearly 2.5 years since I was in hospital, and despite how I am today, or how I appear to be today, I am better than I seem right now. But this medication change is knocking me around. A change of brand, and it's hard. So that's just one thing to say. If you're on a medication and it's working and things seem to be going your way, try and avoid changing even the brand of medication, because it seems to be making a difference, at least for me. That's all I'll say for tonight's second installment in this thing to recovery, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling better and I'll be more lucid and be able to share more insights and things that have happened and things that I found are useful to help me recover. And hey, maybe if any one of these work for you, then that makes it all worthwhile putting this story out there. Anyway, take care of yourselves. You're all worth it. You're wonderful people out there. Thank you for the support and looking at my video, and I hope you find it helpful in some way. Take care of yourself. You guys are worth it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.